Shri Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Kokopina Shamakunda Radhakundi Giri Gordhan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Navadvip Maya Bordham Ki Jai. Jamuna Maya Ganga Maya Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Sama Veda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to C.C. Guru and Garanga.
Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jai Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So this morning we have the pleasure to read from Srila Prabhupada's translation of Sri Caitanya Caritamrta, and we are reading from chapter 11, starting at text 139. Okay, and could I get a book stand, please? So that the book can be higher? Sure, that's fine. So, Sri Caitanya Caritamrta, chapter 11, Majja Lila, text, starting at text 139. And thank you very much. Thanks. How do you get it to stay? So it doesn't slide down? Oh, okay. I think Kunti's got something. I think that'll work. That small one will work. No, it was, they were around, they were around it. There we go. Thank you. Perfect. I'll just hold it like this. Vasu kahe mukunda ado paila tomara sangha. Tomara charana paila se punarjanma. Vasu kahe. Vasudev Dutt said, Mukunda, Mukunda, Adao, in the beginning, Paila, got, Tomara, Tomara Sangha, your association, Tomara Charana, your lotus feet, Paila, got, say, that, Punaha, Janma, transcendental rebirth. Vasudev replied, Mukunda got your association in the beginning. As such, he has taken shelter at your lotus feet. That is his transcendental rebirth. So please repeat. Vasudev replied, Mukunda got your association in the beginning. As such, he has taken shelter at your lotus feet. That is his transcendental rebirth. Text 140. Chotahana Mukunda ebe haila amara jeshta. Tomara kripa patra tate sarva gune shrestha. Chotahana, being junior. Mukunda, Mukunda. Ebe, now. Haila, has become. Amara, my. Jesta, senior. Tomara, your. Kripa Patra, favorite. Tate, therefore. Sarvagune, in all good qualities. Shreshtas, superior. Translation. Thus Vasudev Datta admitted his inferiority to Mukunda, his son. Quote, although Mukunda is my junior, he said, he first received your favor. Consequently, he became transcendentally senior to me, because besides that, you very much favored Mukunda. Thus he is superior in all good qualities. Please repeat. Thus Vasudev Dutt admitted his inferiority to Mukunda, his son. Although Mukunda is my junior, he said, he first received your favor. Consequently, he became transcendentally senior to me. Besides that, you very much favored Mukunda. Thus, he is superior in all good qualities. Would someone like to chant the next verse, text 141? The ladies like to chant the verse?
पुनः प्रभु कहे आमी तुम्हारा निमित्ते दुई पुस्तका आनियाची दक्षिणा हाइते.
Synonyms. Punaha, again. Prabhu, kahe, the Lord. The Lord said. Ami, I. Tomara nimite, for your sake. Dui, two. Pustaka, books. Ain yachi, have brought. Dakshina haite, from South India. The Lord said, for your sake only, I have brought 2 books from South India. Please repeat, the Lord said, for your sake only, I have brought 2 books from South India. Text 142, would someone like to chant it? The next girl? Or boy?
Swarupera Tanya Lahata Likhiya Vasudeva Anandita Pustaka Panya.
Swarup Tani, in the possession of. Swarupera, in the possession of Swarup Damodar. Ache, please repeat. Ache, they are. Laha, you take. Ta, them. Likhiya, copying. Vasudev. Anandita, very glad. Pustaka, the books. Pana, getting. Translation, the books are kept with Swarup Damodar, and you can get them copied. Hearing this, Vasudev became very glad. Please repeat, the books are kept with Swarup Damodar, and you can get them copied. Hearing this, Vasudev became very glad. Text 143. Mataji, would you like to sing?
प्रत्येक वैष्णव सभे लिखिया लैला क्रमे क्रमे दुई ग्रंथ सर्वत्र व्यापिला.
Synonyms. Prayeka, each and every. Vaishnava, devotee. Sabe, all. Likhiya, copying. Laila, took. Krame, by and by. Dui Granta, the 2 books. Savatra, everywhere. Vyapila, become broadcast. Indeed, each and every Vaishnava copied the 2 books. By and by, the 2 books, Brahma Samhita and Sri Krishna Karnamrita, were broadcast all over India. Please repeat. Indeed, each and every Vaishnava copied the 2 books. By and by, the 2 books, Brahma Samhita and Sri Krishna Karnamrita, were broadcast all over India. Text 144. Who would like to sing it?
शिवा साध्य कहे प्रभु करी महाप्रीता तुम्हारा चरी भैरे हमें हईनु विकृता.
Synonyms. Shrivas Ajay. Unto the Shrivas and his 3 brothers. Kahe, says. Prabhu, the Lord. Kari, giving. Mahaprita, great love. Tomara, of you. Chari Baira, of 4 brothers. Ami, I. Hainu, became. Vikrita, purchased. Translation: The Lord addressed Srivas and his brothers with great love and affection, saying, I am so obligated that I am purchased by you four brothers. The Lord addressed Srivas and his brothers with great love and affection, saying, I am so obliged that I am purchased by you four brothers. Okay, the next verse, 145. We could get a singer for the verse, Shirupa. Or, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. Go ahead.
Srivasa kahena kene kaha viparita, kripa muye charibae ahaitomara krita.
Synonyms: Srivas Kahena. Srivas Thakur replied. Kene. Why? Kaha. Viparita. Do you speak just the opposite? Kripa moye. By your mercy. Srivas then replied to the Lord, why are you speaking in a contradictory way? Rather, we four brothers have been purchased by your mercy.
Sankare dekhiya Prabhu kahe damodare, sagorava priti amara tomara upare.
Synonyms: Sankare dekhiya.
Sankare dekhiya.
Seeing Shankara.
Sing Shankara.
Prabhu, the Lord. Kahe, says. Damodare, unto Damodar. Srigorav Priti, affection with awe and reverence. Amara, my. Tomara upare, upon you. Translation: After seeing Shankara, Lord Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu told Damodar, quote, my affection for you is on the platform of affection with awe and reverence. So I'll just say it again. After seeing Sankara, Lord Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu told Damodar, my affection for you is on the platform of affection with awe and reverence. Purport. Here the Lord is addressing Damodar Pandit, who is different from Sarup Damodar. Damodar Pandit is the elder brother of Shankara. Thus the Lord informed Damodar that his affection toward him was on the platform of awe and reverence. However, the Lord's affection toward his younger brother, Shankara, was on the platform of pure love. Text 147.
Shuddha kevala prema shankara ataiv Shuddha kevala prema shankara ataiva tomara sanga rakaha shankare.
Synonyms: Shuddha kevala prema, pure unalloyed affection.
Hey, Nina.
Shankara upare, upon Shankara. Ateva, therefore. Tomara sange, along with you. Rakhaha, keep. Shankare, Sankara. Therefore keep your younger brother Shankara with you, because he is connected to me by pure unalloyed love. Therefore keep your younger brother Shankara
Keep the younger brethren
with you, because he is connected to me
because he's connected to
by
me
pure, unalloyed love.
by pure, unalloyed love.
Text 148. Who would like to sing?
Damodara kahe Shankara chota ama hate ebe amara badabai tomara kripate.
Thank you so much, Kunti Devi. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Damodar Kane. Damodar Pandit replied, Shankara, Chota, younger, Ama Haite, than me, Abe, now, Amara, my, Bada Bai, elder brother, Tomara, of you, Kripate, by the mercy. Damodar Pandit replied, Shankara is my younger brother, but from today he becomes my elder brother because of your special mercy upon him. Damodar Pandit replied, Shankara is my younger brother, but from today he becomes my elder brother because of your special mercy upon him. Next verse.
Shivanande kahe Prabhu tomara amate gada anuraga haya jani age haite.
Shivananda unto Shivananda Sain. Kahe says, Prabhu, the Lord, Tomara, your, Amate, upon me, Gada Anurag, deep affection, Haya, there is, Jani, I know, Age Age Haite, from the very beginning. Then turning toward Shivananda Sain, the Lord said, I know that from the very beginning your affection for me has been very great. Text 150.
Suni Sivananda Sena Prema Vistahana Dandavat Hana Pade Shloka Padiya.
Shuni, hearing, Shivananda Sain, Prema, Avistahana, becoming absorbed in pure love. Dandavat, Hana, offering obeisances. Pade, falls down. Shloka, a verse. Padiya, reciting. Immediately upon hearing this, Shivananda Sain became absorbed in ecstatic love and fell down on the ground, offering obeisances to the Lord. He then began to recite the following verse. Who would like to sing this verse?
Nimajjanto nanta bhavarnavantash chiraya me kulam ivasi labdaha tvayapi labdham bhagavan nidanim anuttamam patram idam dayayaha.
Synonyms. Nimajjata, being immersed. Ananta, O unlimited one. Bhava Arnava Antaha, within the ocean of nescience. Chiraya, after a long time. Me, of me. Kulam, the shore. Iva, like. Ashi, you are. Labdaha, obtained. Tvaya, by you. Api, also. Labdham, has been gained. Bhagavan, O my Lord. Idanim, now. Anuttamam, the best. Patram, candidate. Idam, this. Dhayaya, for showing your mercy. Translation. I don't know how to fix the mic. Okay, yeah, will it go back in? Thank you. Oh my Lord, oh unlimited one, although I was, it has to go lower. Oh my Lord, oh unlimited one, although I was merged in the ocean of nescience, I have now, after a long time, attained you, just as one may attain the seashore. My dear Lord, by getting me, you have obtained the right person upon whom to bestow your causeless mercy. O my Lord, O unlimited one, although I was merged in the ocean of nescience, I have now, after a long time, attained you, just as one may attain the seashore. My dear Lord, by getting me, you have obtained the right person upon whom to bestow your causeless mercy. Purport. This is a verse composed by Alabandharu Yamunacharya. One's relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead may be reestablished even after one has fallen into the ocean of nescience, which is the ocean of material existence, involving the repetition of birth, death, old age, and disease, all arising out of the acceptance of the material body. There are 8,400,000 species of material life, but in the human body, one attains a chance to get release from the repetition of birth and death. When one becomes the Lord's devotee, he is rescued from the dangerous ocean of birth and death. The Lord is always prepared to show his mercy upon the fallen souls, struggling again against miserable material conditions. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha Mano Shastan Indriyani Prakriti Stani Karshati. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. Bhagavad Gita 15, verse 7. Thus, every living being is struggling hard in this material nature. Actually, the living entity is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. And when he surrenders unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he attains release from the ocean of birth and death. The Lord, being very kind to fallen souls, is always anxious to get the living entity out of the ocean of nescience. It is the living entity, if the living entity understands his position and surrenders to the Lord, his life becomes successful. So the first time I met Srila Prabhupada, it was in Detroit, Michigan. And I've mentioned this before, but every time I think about it, it becomes deeper and deeper. So we met Srila Prabhupada, and we were all young kids. 17, 18, 19, 20, maybe somebody was 25. And we met Srila Prabhupada at the airport in Detroit. And the devotees had constructed a beautiful umbrella to greet Prabhupada, because we had the first canto, So in the first canto, there's a description of how the residents of Dwarka welcomed Krishna, and they had beautiful umbrellas for him. So we made an umbrella for him, and they carried it over Prabhupada's head, and it had pearls around the edge of the umbrella. It was very beautiful. So Srila Prabhupada sat down in the airport and he started to speak. And then later again, he spoke at the temple. And again, it was a beautiful sunny day in the United States of America. And us spoiled, privileged little teenagers were gathered around our spiritual master, for most of us for the first time. And Srila Prabhupada started talking. He spoke a Bhagavatam verse, and then he started explaining about Mahavishnu and how if we miss this opportunity to go back to Godhead, that we would be absorbed in the body of Mahavishnu. And we were like completely flabbergasted about Mahavishnu. And then he talked about birth, death, disease, and old age. And we were completely bewildered about birth, death, disease, and old age because we'd never thought about it before. But Prabhupada saw us young, healthy, eager to serve him. So he started to preach. And as the class went on, we just all looked at each other. And, my bubble was burst because, it was a beautiful sunny day. But, if I didn't get it together, I'd have to go into Mahavishnu, whatever that meant. So here Srila Prabhupada is always speaking to enlighten us, to tell us, hey, there's 8,400,000 species of life. There's 8 million birds, beasts, animals, aquatics, everything. There's 400,000 human species. And that's a lot of species. I mean, that includes demigods, it includes leprechauns, it includes all kinds of species that we don't even know about. So I wanted to read a little bit of the purport of the Bhagavad Gita 15.7, because Srila Prabhupada speaks about our position. So here's the purport. It's chapter 15 of the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, text number 7. And it's about midway in the purport. Prabhupada's speaking to us, speaking to everyone in the whole wide world. The living entities, not only human beings and the cats and dogs, but even the greater controllers of the material world, Brahma, Lord Shiva, and even Vishnu. All are parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord. They are all eternal, not temporary manifestations. The word karshati, struggling or grappling hard, is very significant. The conditioned soul is bound up as though shackled by iron chains. He is bound up by his false ego. And the mind is the chief agent which is driving him in this material existence. When the mind is in the mode of goodness, his activities are good. When the mind is in the mode of passion, his activities are troublesome. And when the mind is in the mode of ignorance, he travels in the lower species of life. It is clear, however, in this verse that the conditioned soul is covered by the material body, with the mind and the senses. And when he is liberated, this material covering, but when he is liberated, this material covering perishes, but his spiritual body manifests itself in its individual capacity. So we have a lot to look forward to. First of all, we are not the body, and we're trying to discover our spiritual nature. So this whole chapter of Bhagavad Gita is absolutely wonderful. This is another very important point that Prabhupada speaks about in the purport. The words Mamaiva Vamsha, fragmental parts and parcels of the Lord, of the Supreme Lord, are also very significant. The fragmental portion of the Supreme is not like some material broken part. We have already understood in the second chapter that the spirit cannot be cut into pieces. This fragment is not materially conceived. It is not like matter, which can be cut into pieces and joined together again. That conception is not applicable here because the Sanskrit word sanatana, eternal, is used. The fragmental portion is eternal. It is also stated in the beginning of the second chapter that in each and every individual body, the fragmental portion of the Supreme Lord is present. Dehinosmin yata dehe. That fragmental portion, when liberated from the bodily entanglement, revives his original spiritual body in the spiritual sky, in a spiritual planet, and enjoys association with the Supreme Lord. It is, however, understood here that the living entity, being the fragmental part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, is qualitatively one with the Lord, just as the parts and parcels of gold are also gold. So we're a tiny part and parcel, and we are complete. And Krishna is explaining to us in his beautiful book, the Bhagavad Gita. Who knows the English meaning of the Bhagavad Gita? What does it mean? Anyone? The song of God. We have our very own song that God is singing to us right here. Every day, every time we open the book, we're listening to his song, the song of God. And it's quite amazing because people will mistakenly say, oh, we don't have a guidebook. We do have a guidebook. It's right here. It's called Bhagavad Gita as it is. Srila Prabhupada, there are many, many translations of the Bhagavad Gita, but Srila Prabhupada gave us Bhagavad Gita as it is, the whole absolute truth. So this, I strongly encourage you to read this beautiful chapter. Chapter 15. And these are verses 7 through 14, but in verse 12, Krishna says, the splendor of the sun, which dissipates the darkness of this whole world, comes from me. And the splendor of the moon and the splendor of the fire are also from me. So if you remember the eclipse, it was really dark. I was sitting in my living room and I wasn't like waiting for it or anything, but all of a sudden there's an eclipse and it's pitch black, and I was actually really frightened because I thought it's so dark. But then it quickly receded and then we had light again, but it was pretty scary. But that's the position in the material world. It's dark. And then Lord Krishna very kindly continues. I enter into each planet, and by my energy, they stay in orbit. I become the moon, and thereby supply the juice of life to all vegetables. So if you're wondering why your sabji tastes so good, because Krishna arranged for the moon to give the juice of life into those vegetables. That's why they're tasty. Text 14, I am the fire of digestion. in the bodies of all living entities, and I join with the air of life, outgoing and incoming, to digest the 4 kinds of foodstuffs. So Prabhupada explains, well, what does that mean? There's a fire in my body, and Krishna digests the 4 kinds of foods. Well, Prabhupada explains, according to Ayurveda Shastra, we understand that there is a fire in the stomach which digests all food sent there. When the fire is not blazing, there is no hunger. And when the fire is in order, we become hungry. There's a whole science to our life, to eating. There's a fire in our stomach, and Krishna made it, and it's him. So Prabhupada says, sometimes when the fire is not going nicely, treatment is required. In any case, this fire is representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, since he is helping the digestion of all kinds of foodstuffs, the living entity is not independent in the eating process. Unless the Supreme Lord helps him in digesting, there is no possibility of eating. He thus produces and digests foodstuffs, and by his grace we are enjoying life. So in the pastimes of Lord Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, there's a constant flow of nectar, of descriptions of cooking, serving, and delivering food. And there's a whole science to it. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, but he's in the role of a devotee. But offering prasadam, serving prasadam, giving gifts of prasadam, they're part of the loving exchanges. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu opened the floodgates of love for God and love for prasadam and serving. And another verse here. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of the Vedas, of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. So Krishna has no problem saying, I, me, because he is the number one Supreme Personality of Godhead. No one can compare to him, and no one can say, I did this, I did that. Krishna is the supreme controller and creator. There are 2 classes of beings, the fallible and the infallible. In the material world, every living entity is fallible. And in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible. So what does fallible mean? Yes, makes mistakes. And infallible is Krishna and his devotees. Krishna makes them infallible, and they all live in the spiritual world. Besides these 2, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord himself, who has entered 3 worlds and is maintaining them. Because I am transcendental beyond both the fallible and the infallible, and because I am the greatest. Who can say I'm the greatest? He can try, but I think he's in a nursing home now. I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as that supreme person. So Krishna is very boldly declaring himself as the supreme boss. Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, without doubting, is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me O son of Bharata. And the last verse in this chapter, this is the most confidential part of the Vedic scriptures. O sinless one. And it is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise, and his endeavors will know perfection. So there we go. We want to be wise. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15. Okay, what time is it? The title of chapter 15, or chapter 15 is, yeah. Sorry, I just shut the book. Yoga of the Supreme Person. And then, so Prabhupada quotes this verse in the Caitanya Caritamrta because he's establishing the situation of the Karshati, struggling, grappling of the material world. And this is how we attain release from the material world. The Lord, being very kind to fallen souls, is always anxious to get the living entity out of the ocean of nescience. If the living entity understands his position and surrenders to the Lord, his life becomes successful. So I'll just read a few more verses. This is text 152. Murari Gupta at first did not meet the Lord, but rather remained outside the door, falling down like a stick to offer obeisances. When Lord Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu could not see Murari amongst devotees, he inquired about him. Thereupon, many people immediately went to Murari, running to take him to the Lord. Text 154. Thus Murari Gupta, catching 2 bunches of straw in his teeth, went before Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu with humility and meekness. Upon seeing Murari come to meet him, Lord Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu went up to him, but Murari began to run away and speak as follows. So here we're getting a taste and flavor of these loving relationships Lord Chaitanya has with all his devotees. It's so intimate, it's so pure, it's so personal. My Lord, please do not touch me. I am most abominable and am not fit for you to touch because my body is sinful. One devotee tried to wake me up today and my false ego flared up. So here's a prayer. Sorry. The Lord said, my dear Murari, please restrain your unnecessary humility. My mind is disturbed to see your meekness. Saying this, the Lord embraced Murari and had him sit down by his side. The Lord then began to cleanse his body with his own hands. Lord Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, will someone tell me when it's 8:25? Okay, thanks. Lord Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu then again and again embraced all the devotees, including Acharya Ratna, Vijayanidhi, Pandit Gadadhar, Gangadas, Haridas, Haribhata, and Acharya Purandara. The Lord described their good qualities and glorified them again and again. What a loving meeting. After thus offering respect to each and every devotee, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very jubilant. However, not seeing Haridas Thakur, he inquired, where's Haridas? Somebody better call Haridas. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then saw in the distance that Haridas Thakur was lying down flat on the road offering obeisances. Haridas Thakur did not come to the Lord's meeting place, but remained fallen flat on the common road at a distance. All the devotees then went to Haridas Thakur saying, "The Lord wants to meet you. Please come immediately." Haridas Thakur replied, "I cannot go near the temple because I am a low caste, abominable person. I have no authority to go there." And Srila Prabhupada writes in his purport, although Haridas Thakur was such a highly exalted Vaishnava that he was addressed as Haridas Goswami, he still did not like to disturb the common sense of the general populace. Haridas Thakur was so exalted that he was addressed as Thakur and Gosani, and these titles are offered to the most advanced Vaishnavas. The spiritual master is generally called Gosani, and Thakur is used to address the Paramahamsas, those in the topmost rank of spirituality. Nonetheless, Haridas Thakur did not want to go near the temple, although he was called there by Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu himself. The Jagannath temple still accepts only those Hindus who are in the Varnashram order. Other castes, especially those who are not Hindu, are not allowed to enter the temple. This is a long-standing regulation, and thus Haridas Thakur, although certainly competent and qualified to enter the temple, did not want even to go near it. This is called Vaishnav humility. So we had the good news yesterday at His Holiness Jayapataka Swami's celebration, his Vyas Puja celebration, that a very wonderful person in West Bengal, she is the chief minister. Her name is Srimati Mamata Banerjee. She has constructed a duplicate Jagannath Mandir in Digha, West Bengal. Digha is in the Gora Mandala Bhumi, and Jagannath Puri is in the Sri Kshetra. The architect said that there is only a 15 millimeter difference in the architecture of Jagannath Puri temple and the Dirgha Jagannath Dham. So for years and years, Srila Prabhupada was very unhappy that the devotees were not allowed in the Jagannath temple. They would stop them, and they'd try to dress up and paint their skin brown and look like a Hindu, but they would always spot the Americans or the Germans and they wouldn't let them in. So now this brilliant person, along with her associates, and by the mercy of Jayapataka Swami, who's been cultivating these great, great, great souls, there's a new Jagannath temple in India, and everyone can go in. And there's a beautiful story. One of Jayapataka Swami's disciples will tell you the story about an eagle captured a flag and flew it right into the Dirgha Jagannath temple. And so the West Bengal chief minister, that's a big position. She is insisting that the ISKCON devotees take care of the Jagannath Puri temple. Now it's their temple and they're responsible for the deity worship. And it's a whole wonderful, successful conquest. They built a whole new temple. And they have Jagannath. They have big Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. They have Sudarshan. And they have small Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. Is it 825? 820. Okay, so let's go. So this is victory. And anybody have any comments, questions? Comments mostly. Phew. Made it. I just want to say that every time we have a festival, every time we open the curtains, it's a festival. When we see how the pujaris have so dedicatedly decorated the deities, how the devotees making garlands. I mean, it's looking at a festival every time the curtains open. And Mother Manjwali is our wonderful pujari, and Mother Chandravali. And all these years and years and years, following in the footsteps of their Guru Maharaj, they bring festivals to us every day. So here we have a festival of Krishna consciousness, and may you all be happy. And let's go break fast. Haribo. Any comments at all? Any from the kids? Jaishna, what do you want to say? You want to say something? Say something. Shri Caitanya. Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Prasadam Ki Jai. Kadasi break fast Ki Jai. Thank you, devotees. Jai. Jagannath Puri Temple and Dirgha Jai. There we go. Mataji, could you get my little bag? It's around the corner. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
पदपङ्कजपञ्जरान्तम् अद्यैव विशतु मे मानसराजहंस प्राणप्रयाणसमये कफवातपित्तौ कण्ठावरोधनविधौ स्मरणं कुतस्ते कृष्णात्तदीयपदपङ्कजपञ्जनान्तम् अद्यैव विशतु मे मानरश्च राजहंस प्राणप्रयाण समये कफवातपित्तौ कण्ठावरोधनविधौ स्मरणं कुतस्ते